I am Jasmine. Welcome to my Cancer Chronicles. This morning, I am going to address the one great big question that's on everyone's mind. They don't want to say it. How the hell did you get cancer? I mean, I have been changing my life and trying to be the epitome of my health. And all of a sudden, just when I finished writing my book and get it published on how to go plant-based because it can help you get all sorts of healthy and prevent and protect your vulnerable genes, I wind up with a freaking cancer diagnosis. How the hell did that happen? I've got my ideas. Of course, there's no way to know any of this for certain, but these are my educated guesses. Because I quit tobacco use years ago. And from the point that you quit, your body should be healing itself. Obviously, I should have quit smoking years and years and years and years, 15, 20, 30. I should never have started. Okay, so there's that, yes. So, but from the point that I quit, my lungs should have been starting to repair themselves instead of going in the opposite direction. So there's the question, how, why? So I did my investigating because we all know I am a fanatical researcher. Classicists, yes. So I live in Northwest Arkansas, which we have we're the natural state, trying not to be so natural anymore. We're in a have been in a construction boom, because this is actually a lovely area. I moved here over 20 years ago and I loved it. So I could see why other people would come here and move, want to move, but they are changing. Too many people are moving and it's changing our environment. Well, you can't go anywhere without seeing the red dirt because we have red dirt, but the red dirt from all the construction, from all the dirt that's getting churned up and dug up. So the stuff that's in the ground that should be in the ground is in the air, in our nose, in our lungs. That's one. About 1.9 miles in that direction is a limestone quarry, because this entire area, we live on the plateau. There's a little geology there. We live in the Arkansas Plateau. I forgot the name of the plateau. It's all limestone. So I have a limestone quarry here. Every now and again, my windows will rattle because they're blasting over there. And when they rattle, then I know you got to close the windows or work outside with a mask because that dust is just going to be here. So that's a silicate that doesn't belong in your lungs either. And the third, we have the trifecta here in Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas especially, is chicken shit. We live in the international headquarters of Tyson Foods, and there are chicken houses everywhere. There's even a chicken house just up there. It's not a big chicken house. There's only 2 buildings, but you can smell them and you can see them. I mean, the way that I drive out every day passes the chicken houses, and I can always tell when they're opening up because there's feathers everywhere. So, and the other big thing for all the cattle pasture is they fertilize the pasture with chicken shit. So chicken shit is in the air, and that's not something in those concentrations that belong in your lungs either. And even with all of that, and let me be very clear, I am not trying to say that those things caused my cancer. I'm saying they're all contributing factors to attacking lungs that should have been healing because I quit smoking. So the last thing, I didn't even think about it until my doctor brought it up, and then another doctor brought it up, and then my mentor in Hawaii brought it up, and then I started putting those connections together. So one doctor said, out of the blue, just talking, she said, "When did you get vaccinated?" And I was immediately put off because I was a pro-vax person. I was the one who was very vocally saying that I think that the risks of not getting the vaccine is greater than the risks of getting it. So between these 2 doctors and my mentor, asking me about my vaccination status, well, then they started sharing how many of their clients and how many of their patients who were healthy wound up with serious immune conditions after the vaccines and after the boosters. Now, I'm not saying anything pro or against vax. Nothing. I don't want this to turn into a vaccination dispute or argument or debate or anything like that. This is my experience, and I'm sharing that with you. I was fine. I was great. Great. So great. I wrote the book on trying to encourage people how to do a plant-based life. The timing was absolutely shocking for me. So yes, I am not blaming my diagnosis on the vaccine. I'm saying it's not outside of the realm of possibility that the vaccine was the trigger that attacked my vulnerable lungs because I'd abused them for so many years. But the timing and it tipped the balance. Because as one of the doctors said, the actual point of a vaccine, that'll be a nice one to give away. The actual point of the vaccine is to basically turn off your immune system long enough for a little something to be allowed in and to allow your body to recognize it as a foreigner. Okay. Once again, I am not saying don't get a vaccine. I am not saying vaccines caused it. I'm just saying it's something to think about. If you're curious about vaccines, talk to your doctor. Because now, now that I have had a cancer diagnosis, my doctors are saying I never should have a vaccine ever again. Ever again. That's a hard one for me because of my previous position, but I hope you guys recognize I'm the kind of person, it's like I will change my position when I get new and compelling information. I feel for my life, this is compelling information. So, but one thing I will also say, the changes that I have made to my diet and my lifestyle over the last decade is why I'm still alive right now. The knowledge that I have accrued over the last decade is how I will thrive and survive through this, even though I don't feel like it this week. Oh man, it wasn't a great week. But it's doable, and I'm gonna do it. So I think that's a good enough update for today. Thank you, peace, and health to you.